I'm Deborah Lipp.
I'm Roberta Lipp.
We're the Lipp Sisters.
We're Basket of Kisses.
And today we're going to talk about the final episode of Season 6, In Care of...
Really, I was all fashimmeled and needed a few minutes to process before I could even start talking. Really emotional, really, I don't know.
Wow, there was a lot going on. We're going to start with one piece of it, and I don't know that we're actually going to stay with one piece of it. We do better when we let ourselves just talk, so bear with us.
So the pitch, yeah?
Starting with the Hershey
Well,
pitch.
it's actually, so brand new thought. Sorry, they're all brand new to you. We've been talking for a few minutes. The pitch, there it is, it's Thanksgiving. So it was the most emotional pitch scene since
Carousel.
Yeah. Right? And then he goes and he comes home and it's Thanksgiving. And in this case, his wife walked out the door before the scene happened. Was it before the pitch?
No, it was after.
It was after.
Whereas in The Wheel, he goes to be reunited with his wife and he's too late.
And this takes him. So yeah, see, this is how it goes because we're going to start talking about the
pitch.
But
there's so many parallels to past episodes.
That we kept seeing parallels to past episodes to the.
Think about Thanksgiving and Pauline. Right? We've seen Pauline at Thanksgiving before.
Right. Yeah, Thanksgiving is always. No, I was going to say, in The Wheel, he goes home to the empty house, whereas this ends with some redemption with his family. I was absolutely knocked out. It was set up, right? I'm going to go pick up Sally. I'm going to go pick up the boys. But then when she looked at him outside of his old house, I was just so moved.
And by the way, when you see young bowl-cut Dick Whitman outside that house, I really was wondering, why are they establishing that house so well? Why are the cameras sitting on that house? And as they pull up in front and Bobby says this is a bad neighborhood, I thought, oh, that's why they established that house, because we're going to see it again.
It was a great shot. They were both great shots. So when Sally is looking at him, I just was very moved by, she's being with her dad again for the first time.
Well, it also ties back to the robbery. I realize they don't know anything about you. He's showing something very intimate about himself to her, and I felt in that moment that she knew that it was his answer to her. That it was his response to her having said that.
Maybe. And what I got was, they've both been suspended. Which is, but there's really something to that. Like, she's now a fuck up too.
When she got those two boys to fight and smiled, I thought, she is her mother's daughter.
Yeah.
But when they're standing there at the very end in front of that house and she's looking at him, she's recognizing herself as her father's daughter. She knows who he is at some level.
Yeah. And Betty and Don discussed that earlier at camp, right?
Oh, she's just like
you. Oh, no, she's just like you. And for years we've said she's just like Betty. All of us, the basket cases, right? But this was
even
the first
Matt
time.
has talked about how much she's like Betty.
But this time, this season
the troublemaker who got drunk, who got in trouble for getting drunk in this episode.
Yeah.
That's not a coincidence because she was doing other bad things. We saw in the previous episode she could have gotten in trouble for sneaking poison. She could have gotten in trouble for smoking cigarettes. No, it was drinking, and she knows how to make a Tom Collins, and she was her father's daughter. She got suspended for drinking, which is what happened to him as well.
Yeah. Okay,
this
so
is
back to the
my
pitch.
Mind.
No, so back to the pitch. So I just want to say this part. So, so you've got the scene before the pitch where Ted says to him, "You better have a drink," and he says that half a thing about, you got a whole world of Ted because Ted has a father alcoholic, right? All of a sudden that happened. And he takes the drink and he's it's really causing him pain to take that drink. He doesn't want to. He knows it's a slippery slope if he takes it, but he also gets that he needs it. So now he's handshaky Don, and he's potentially drinky Don, and he stands up in front of the room by the easel, and I had this thought of Freddie Rumsen peeing himself.
And then I had the thought of Freddie Rumsen later.
Well,
and he
and
said,
then,
"Can I have a return date?" And they're like, "No, some months." You know,
yeah,
that's
no, I
6 month leave.
Yeah, no, as soon as he walked in, and it's obvious that something like getting fired is happening. I was, but it's Freddie Rumsen.
But the content of the pitch,
yeah,
was so, and again, it ties back to the wheel. It really does, because again.
With the wheel, you never knew if any of that was true, and there's been a lot of talk on the interwebs about.
But those were real pictures.
Was there really a guy named Teddy? Right? Was there really a Greek? Was all of that?
Yeah, but then we did see that he was in fact working at a fur company.
Right.
But those pictures were real.
Right.
And in telling the fake story about the lawnmower, he was using the same technique, and the shot of Roger being so proud of him because this is Don using his amazing technique where he touches your emotion. But Don found the bullshit unbearable.
As did we, the audience.
And
it was so painful because you're listening and you're going, wait, is this possibly true? But
no, this is not good. He didn't have a lawn.
He didn't have. I was like, he did. I said right out loud, I'm like, he didn't have a lawn. There was no lawn mowing. And then tussling his hair and just all of it, right?
Yeah,
so you knew it wasn't. You knew. And
you're kind of getting, whoa, he's just as good when it's all bullshit as when he's using yourself. Remember what he said in season 2 to Peggy? It's you feeling something that is what sells. And then he told the real story.
Because he couldn't bear the bullshit. Couldn't bear the bullshit.
Because he was drying up. Because
he
needs alcohol to bear the bullshit.
No, it's not just that. I'm going to flat out know you on that one. It's not just that he didn't have the alcohol, because he did have some. It's that he's really made a decision about his life. He really made a decision. He really now can he stick to it? Can he stick to it? We'll see. Drunks make decisions. People make decisions about transforming their lives, about making a massive change. He went home to his wife and he said, "No, I'm done. We're going to make a change." And then things have shifted since that moment. But this, I just found...
and he did it again, by the way. You know, that whole thing, why did he stay in New York? Why did he betray Megan in that way? He did it for Peggy. He did it to save Peggy. It's what we talked about in the previous video. He did it to save Peggy from Ted.
Oh, I don't think so. I think he did it to save Ted. I think he
sees
really...
himself as Ted?
Yeah, he really... Well, he sees himself in Ted, and he sees Ted... You know, who Don has been this season, who Don has been every season, but who Don has been this season is, I can't do this anymore, right? Isn't that what...
He said that in the first episode. What do you want? What's your resolution for the new year? I don't want to be doing this anymore.
I don't want to be doing this anymore. And he doesn't. And I mean, you might be right. There might be an element of protecting Peggy, but to me, it was really like supporting Ted and honoring that choice of not screwing up. I mean, it appeared that Ted had never cheated. It certainly appeared that Ted had never cheated. Ted is not the guy that drinks. He doesn't drink well. He doesn't drink it. You know, he's not that guy.
Right. He's not that guy. But on the other hand, I don't know that he loves Ted enough to.
But he's connected to
create the world of shit at home.
Oh, they were twins. Ted's his twin in this. Look, Ted's been his twin through this. Oh my God, this is how it goes. Sorry, he's been his twin this whole. I mean, there's two of them now.
Right. Well,
ever since the agency's
four episodes or so have been all about twinning, and we saw.
Was it this episode or the other one?
The Patty Duke show.
And
he saw him.
It was Megan. It was
him watching Megan, who was
Megan, and then bam, it was the Patty Duke show.
He changed the channel to stop watching Megan being her own twin, and he sees the Patty Duke show. There's been so much twinning. For the past 4 episodes.
Don and Ted are twins. I mean, that's who they are. The twins in this. It's the way that Roger and Harry Hamlin. I know, I can't think of his name right now.
Jim Cutler.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Our twins. Sorry, little
Technical difficulty
from our side, not from yours. So anyway, I do. I think that Ted and Don are twins, and maybe he doesn't love him in that way.
But he's saving himself by saving.
But he's
Ted.
saving himself by saving Ted.
saving himself by saving Ted. Yes.
That just happened. I think we talked enough. We love you guys. Stick with us far beyond the season ending, and we will continue.
This blog is open year-round. We write about Mad Men all year round.
We write about Mad Men
shows
all year round, and then we cover other shows as well.
Can't wait for Hell on Wheels season premiere. I will be there writing.
When does Downton Abbey come back? Because now I got to
We've
find
got
out who
Downton
else.
Abbey, and
we keep adding stuff. So hang out with
yep.
us, and we love you, and we've had a great season with you.